Yo, what's up you guys? Joe Dobby here, back at it again with another deck profile. I've been super busy, so I'm actually slowing down the higher quality, B-roll videos, and I'm gonna go towards more an informative approach while also saving y'all some time and keeping the video under 15 minutes. But with that said, I am going to show you this MetalGarurumon Rush deck that is actually really good in the meta right now because you can come out of trash, swing with sources underneath, and take advantage of the promote package in order to kind of secure your victory. That said, before we dive right in, I do want to show you guys that I have made Joe Dobby Never Spark Captain personal promo tamers just for fun. You can catch me on the stream, link in the description below. I stream on Twitch every now and then. Feel free to drop by. This is just my thank you to the community for, supporting me this entire year. If you catch me in a locals or in IRL events, please challenge me to a battle. If you beat me, you will get one of these. These cards are not for sale. There is just an extra way you can get them by subscribing to Twitch, because I will actually give people extra chances to battle me one-on-one, whether it's on stream or off stream. But other than that, this is mainly just to get my name out there. I want people to know that Team Never Spark is here to play and that their leader is someone that, is a good purple player. But yeah, that said, we're gonna dive right into the profile. First of all, I just want to say quick shout out to Huang's Discord, shout out to Hayes, shout out to Yamato, shout out to everybody who has really helped me build this deck. I took my BT4 Melgup Dash Pack Skeleton, recurring werewolf modes, etc., and use promote now as a suggestion by them in order to really maximize gains when you are playing options with the Dash Pack Melga. So with that said, I'm just gonna dive right into it. We're gonna go into the eggs. I'm actually only running 4 copies of Sunamon. So the reason why I'm only running 4 copies of Sunamon is quite simple. I don't really ever get to a 5th egg. Tendency is I am in raising. In addition to that, this deck has a lot of when attacking, trash a card effects, and you really want to be able to see promote packages in trash, like multiple of them if you can, in order to play the option cards and bring them out from trash as a whole. It kind of feels lackluster when you are not doing that. However, their engine in the deck is very supportive towards getting them in there ASAP. Rookies, we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of the structure deck Gabumon. When attacking, draw 1, trash 1. Very simple effect, but very powerful effect. It allows you to cycle and once again, send pieces into trash, which is what this deck absolutely has to do. We're playing 3 copies of Gazimon, just very strong in the meta right now. Just stops Pokemon memory gain, stops Hammer Spark memory gain, stop Ice Wall insecurity. You can really secure your Ginkaku swings into blue when you are swinging at security with a Gazimon on the board. So it's just always a safe swing, even at 0 memory. And you're gonna be playing around between 1 and 0 memory a lot in the deck. And that's where the deck really shines. When you feel like you have no more options, you actually find a way out. Lastly, for the rookies, we're running 2 copies of Tapermon here. Just for the draw 1 on deletion, sometimes you open up with that Tapermon and you can trigger that on deletion trash 1. You can also play 2 copies of Labramon. I've been testing Labramon as well. I think Labramon is actually a really good card, so I might actually sub the Tapermon out for Labras. Going on into the champions, this is the bread and butter of the deck. We're running 4 copies of the Ginkakumon Promote. For those who are unfamiliar, Promote is a Digimon with Rush, and it can Digivolve over a level 4 for 1 cost. Now, on play, you can actually take a Ginkaku and or a Kinkaku from trash and place it underneath the Digivolution sources of the Promote. If you do that, you can actually gain a memory and draw 1, which is very crucial to the deck because you will see in a minute how kind of like the interaction is and how well it works. Next, we are running 4 copies of Kinkakumon. You guessed it right, guys. I am actually a huge Kinkakumon stan because when attacking, you trash a card in your hand to delete a level 3. You gotta delete the Bokos, you gotta delete the memory blockers, you gotta delete the little Strabbies that your opponent might leave for a turn in case they want to Digivolve over it. You want to take that right out of their options and make sure that these rookies do not see the light of day on your board state. Also, very good trash engine once again, and building up that trash to secure your dub. Next, we're running 3 copies. We're running 3 copies of Ginkakumon. And your turn, basically inheritable effect, when you trash a card in your hand due to an effect, you gain a memory. So just a very good play extender. So not only are you bringing out the promote package, gaining that memory, but when that promote package does swing, you could potentially gain another memory and delete a rookie. And that's exactly what we want to see. Just netting 2 memory back per promote is absolutely huge. Next, we're running 2 copies of Raremon. So I haven't seen lists actually run or care about Raremon, but I think he is definitely like the unsung hero of this deck. So the 2 copies of Raremon allow me to, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, grab an option from among them, and trash the remaining cards. So there have been games where I actually do not see either Ginkakumon, or promote in my trash. And being able to play, for example, Underworld's Call or these options to bring out Raremon and potentially trash these Ginkaku promote pieces, securing a safer turn or a more complete promote turn is very crucial. In addition to that, you can Digivolve over Raremon into promote for 1 cost, and then the Digimon has Rush, sending both Digimon to trash potentially, because Ginkaku's only 6k, so Korikaku's insecurity will kill it, and so on and so forth. So very clutch card. It almost acts as an analog use for me, but it actually gets me an option that I could use in the future, which is very clutch. Next, for the level 5s, we're running 4 copies of the Skullgreymon. Skullgreymon is definitely one of the MVPs of this deck. 8 cost, which means against Dorugorumon, you're actually generally safe. In addition to that, when you are trashing this card due to a card effect from your hand, you can actually place it as a Digivolution source under the purple Digimon that you have on the board, which is super strong. I actually love that. And when attacking, if you trash a card in your hand, this Digimon gets plus 3k DP. So Skullgreymon can also facilitate the building of your promote package in trash and having safe swings as a result of that. And you're going to be triggering Tsunamons, Ginkakumons, Gabumons with the Skullgrey, cycling that much faster and getting that much closer to the pieces that you need to win. Next, we are running 2 copies of Rebellimon. I've been jumping around between Rebellimon and the next level 5 I will show you. For now, 2 is comfortable. It's very good against the Dorugorumon decks, against decks that want to go tall. For green, for example, it buys you a turn in green. In addition to that, Jessmon, if it's still a thing, you can actually play around that Jess, which is awesome. Just hold on to that Rebelli, and it's another trash engine, immediately sending the promote package pieces into trash. Next, we are running just 1 copy of Vajramon. When you are gaining all this memory with promotes and the package and all that, Vajramon comes in super duper clutch. For example, if you are at 1 memory, you play the package, you go to 2 memory. You can Digivolve over the promote into Vajra and then go straight into Melga if you do not want to swing yet. Excuse me. And that actually allows you to just Digiburst 2 again, which is so good, guys. You get 4 sources under the Melga in just a quick spin of the game, and just a quick turn like that. That 1 memory comes in super clutch, and that 2 cost to Evo really works with that synergy. Very good card. It's also 8k DP, very safe to swing and trigger a lot of the draw trash effects when attacking from the sources beneath it. Next, we are running the boss himself. The boss that got me my Greymon, War Greymon, and Koromon in the regionals. MetalGarurumon promo. I love this card. It is so strong. Main effect, Digiburst 2. You may play a purple option of a play cost of 7 or less from your hand without paying its cost. So, when you are running the promote package, because you have 4 Digimon that can actually Digivolve over other 4s for 1 cost, not only can you live in Raising forever, but you are cycling and getting all of your pieces. And when you digiburst, you can digiburst multiple times. And if I have multiple promotes in there, at that point, it doesn't even matter if I have the entire package in trash. That's just 2, 3, sometimes 4 swings in a single turn. And it's just huge momentum. And if you can get that very early, the earlier you get that down, the earlier you eat into blue security, the easier it is for you to just have something in raising and win the game in the end. Because they don't really play blockers, guys. Blue hybrids right now, I don't think any deck really plays blockers right now. Maybe they'll play like the 1 or 2 of, just to shake their opponent a little bit, surprise them. But for right now, I don't really see blockers. For options, we're running 4 copies of Underworld's Call. This is a mandatory 4 of. Basically, when you use this card, you can play a level 4 Digimon from trash without paying its cost. Its on-play effects will activate, and if you are trashing this card due to a card effect from your hand, you actually get to draw one. So if you've seen enough of these cards, you can trash it instead and draw one and cycle, and I love that so much. But generally, I actually haven't used it to trash. There's enough trash engine and draw engine here to the point where I can just hold on to Underworld's Call, maximizing my ability to replay promote over and over again. And I think that is super cool. Next, we are running 4 copies of Fight for Your Pride. So this card has 2 effects for it. The first effect is you can play a purple level 4 lower Digimon from trash without paying its cost. And on-play effects will trigger. In addition to that, if you have a Meliodas-mon on the board, this Digimon actually gains block. You can give a Digimon blocker, essentially. Now, I don't use that secondary effect because I don't run Meliodas-mon. However, this is just another Underworld's Call for me. It is so I can continue to play and abuse the promote package in order to consistently swing. It's basically like a hybrid, because if you're bringing the promotes out one at a time and you just have that Melga out there, Schwartz, that 6 cost option that deletes multiple level 5s or lower, will not delete the Melga, it'll delete the promote. And that's like perfect, because now I can just play another one and then bring out promote and swing again and keep gaining memory and trashing cards as a result of that. And if you play around with the memory a little bit, if you sequence things just the right way, you can even play a 3rd one of these after the Melga has used it twice. So from the Digiburst, I mean. So very good card overall. So you're basically running 8 Underworld's Calls, which is disgusting. Now we're running 2 copies of Fly Bullet. Very good card against tall matchups. You want to hold on to that along with the Rebellies. And you can really stay in raising, because a lot of these OTK decks don't actually get to OTK you if you're lucky. So they'll take you down to like 1 security or whatever, and if they're at like 3-4, you can easily swing game with the right kind of digiburst and the right usage of these options and the promote package. So you can literally just end your turn on a Fly Bullet, or you can start your turn on a Fly Bullet and then go for game using things like Fight for Your Pride, Underworld's Call to recycle promotes and keep swinging until you have game, essentially. This is just 1 Digiburst 2 off the Melga to play for free, and generally you will see 6 sources in your Melga if you are digivolving things and cycling properly. You could potentially curate that 6 source Melga, which will allow you to play 3 options, which is very good. Next, I'm running 2 copies of Purple Memory Boost. This is just to search for Kinkaku pieces or the Melga. It also helps me guarantee going into 3 memory next turn, allowing me to safely digivolve into Melga. But normally I am in raising. This is actually just so I can play another one of these, or call from Underworld's Call. So I can play another one of these when I have exhausted all the digibursting from Melga. That's really what it's for. I can get to 3 and then end up at 0 memory, because the promote package will gain me a memory when I play Underworld's Call or Fight for Your Pride. So that's kind of the main reason for that. But yeah, generally I stay in raising, and then this is just a good way to seal the deal, basically. Last but not least, I'm playing 1 copy of Deathclaw. Sometimes the promote doesn't die, and when you really need it to die, you really want that Deathclaw. And 1 memory is like the best thing, because you're gaining a memory when you bring it out, when you bring the promote package out. So you're kind of netting 0, essentially, which is really good. And then lastly, we got 4 copies of Mimi. And this is where it gets really insane. 2 Mimis will make Underworld's Call and Fight for Your Pride 2. When you play the promote package, it costs 1 memory to drop. And that's only at 2 Mimis, guys. Only at 2 Mimis. You can play Underworld's Call for 1 when you bring out the entire promote package. Which means, at 1 memory, as long as you have 2 Mimis out, you can actually do that. Now, if you have 4 Mimis, you're gaining memory at that point. Like, you're netting 1, I think, with the Underworld's play, which is insane. Especially when you're actually playing these options for free, right? Especially when you're playing these options for free, you can actually just gain memory off suspending your Mimis. I don't suspend all my Mimis usually, because the math works out that I can do what I need to do without suspending Mimi. So it's also a really great way to just hold turn. But yeah, this deck has been so much fun. It's super rushy and it surprises everybody that has faced it. And yeah, I'm having tons of fun with it right now. It's looking like an Ulti Cup contender. But guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of the deck. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a good night, good day, wherever you are. Just keep playing Digis. And that's it. Peace. Bye.